bring in the Agric Minister, who has also been talking about this new development to joy business.
Don't panic at all.
They've already exported
Yeah, they exported 450 kilograms, not even 1 ton. Don't forget, Ghana produces 800, 900,000 metric tons. Cote d'Ivoire produces over 2 million metric tons. So that's nothing, really, to worry about. In any case, there's a limit to what the production that small island that they are producing on. And in any case, Ghana's output, the quality of Ghana's cocoa is not matched anywhere else in the world. That is why the world market is prepared to pay 15, 20, sometimes 25% premium on the world market price for Ghana's cocoa. So the Chinese or the Ivorians can produce all the cocoa in the world. Still, the premium on Ghana's cocoa will be maintained because it's unique to this country.
How about the EU's recent hint about banning Ghana from exporting cocoa?
Well, because of this galamsey, we are destroying our environment, and the world is concerned about that, and they are saying that we as a government should do something about it. We cannot sit and get these Chinese and other foreigners to come and destroy our waters, our forests, and so on. So for me, it's in the right direction.
The Agric Minister there, but what does this mean for the average cocoa farmer? Samuel Tetekobo is a cocoa farmer who owns swathes of cocoa lands in the country. He joins us via Zoom on his thoughts on this. Mr. Kobo, we're so grateful that he joined us. You've heard from Fifi Boafo of COCOBOD. You've heard from the Agric Minister. As a cocoa farmer, how are you taking this news of China now exporting cocoa beans to Belgium?
Thank you, Radio Joy, and thank you, revered listeners. I believe that there is no need to panic about this China breezing into the cocoa commodity market. Why? Because, like the Agric Minister has said rightly, Ghana cocoa has its own premium quality, and we also boast of the best flavored quality. We've won international prizes for cocoa flavor as recent as 2019 Cocoa of Excellence. And believe you me, if they are coming onto the market, they will have to beat our flavor and they will have to beat our quality. But one thing we must be clear about is that we must do everything to sustain this quality and improve upon the flavor. If we do that, and we are able also to increase our maximum yield, then we will be able to stand up to them.
And that's where lie the concern. Are we as a country really improving upon the flavor of our cocoa beans? Are we improving upon the loss of cocoa farmers?
We can do that, but on the average, I think the important thing is we are holding our own on the quality and the flavor. So if we have to improve it because of competition from China and other countries who will be using artificial means to boost theirs, then we will only have to work hard with our farmers. The shed will have to do much, visit the farms, encourage the farmers, and I believe that COCOBOD themselves have to add themselves to this particular aspect of working with the farmers to sustain the quality and then the value and the flavor. What can we do that? Let's go back and regrow the forest where the cocoa used to grow under those viable conditions. Let's not ignore that. Let's go back to that. We can use some part of the syndicated cocoa loans to help farmers to grow back. In fact, I believe that all these galamsey things that we are saying is affecting the cocoa. When the Agric Minister puts himself to task and we are able to work back this, Ghana will continue to be the leader, and whatever China or any other nation does, the world will still look at Ghana for our cocoa. This is my concern.
Well, Mr. Kobo, of course, we're having this discussion once again. I believe you have an agric scientist by your side, but even as we have this conversation, he could feel free to join in. But we're having this conversation on the back of COVID-19 and its impacts on cocoa farmers around the world, especially that of Ghana. Already, cocoa farmers have specific demands and challenges that hinder their, need to be competitive. How are you boxing all this in, especially when you're having the second largest economy of the world, China, now venturing into your space?
Right. I think COVID has been a universal leveler, and nobody is exempt from COVID. But one thing we have in Ghana, which is helping us, is that if you come to the hinterland, I mean, it is as if there is no COVID. Our pure nature, our green nature, our dieting, our working habit defies COVID. If you come to the villages, they are just as normal as they are. But I'm not downplaying the effect of COVID. But nobody should take it away from Ghana. Ghana's cocoa is thriving. The villages, they are ready to work. All we need is to support the farmers with whatever we need to do. And I believe if you come to shed and they go to the farms, they are able to identify what the various diseases on the farms are, and they are able to capture them early. If we can support these young men on shed to do this with the farmers, believe you me, Ghana can continue to pride ourselves as one of the best cocoa nations with good quality flavor cocoa and also with the best quality of dried beans to the market.
Mr. Kobo, we're so grateful that you joined us. I believe you also have a scientist with you because I'm interested in finding out from him, your other colleague who's next to you, the nature of cocoa beans that we're talking about. Already we do know that there are challenges regarding the size, because already we do know that Ghana, yes, we have the size, but China is now beginning to make this production. We cannot debate along issues regarding flavor, but of course, the concern about how prepared we are to meet demand when China kicks in full scale.
Yeah, I think that we have been about 100 years ahead of China. And with the massive experience that we have, we still stand a chance to lead the market. I don't think that China's inclusiveness in the cocoa business will pose a threat to us. Like Mr. Kobo said, all we need to do is to continue to build the capacity of our farmers, to introduce them into modern technologies, and to also find ways and means that will be very innovative. If you look at our landmarks, you realize that we have a very large area where cocoa can naturally be cultivated. China, where now they have started cultivating the Hainan province, is not as very big as our area. And they don't lie within the tropics. They just lie a little bit in the tropics. So we still have the capacity. All we need to do is to identify cocoa as one of our biggest business, and then channel every resource, and then channel every resource into it. Secondly, there's a need for us to start building land banks, cocoa land banks, where we will enact executive instruments to protect those lands and protect cocoa trees. I think it's very important. If we see it that way, we will not give out those lands to galamseyers to destroy the land. So it's very important that stakeholders in it, both chiefs, landowners, and everybody will come on board and make sure that we build these land banks, conserve them, and then delineate them for such projects. When we see it that way, we'll still lead the market. I don't see the Chinese coming in as a threat to us, but it is up to us to see it as a blessing, and then see it also as a competitive advantage that we will have over them, and do the best that we can and still sustain the market, and then continue with our business as the leading producers of cocoa.
Great.
And then find flavor cocoa and quality cocoa in the world.
Great. Gentlemen, we're so grateful that you joined us. Mr. Kobo, we're grateful that you had the chance to speak to us on this matter regarding China exploring the cocoa market in the world scale and its impact on Ghana.